Welcome to my point of view. I am your fat and opinionated host, and have any of you all ever been to Disneyland or Disney World? They have this ride called It's a Small World. And as you ride this ride, you see these little characters from all over the world, these little animatronics, and they sing this song. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Well, I guess that saying is true, because apparently the world is so small that it just so happens that the police chief of Maui, responsible for overseeing these fires, was the incident commander in Las Vegas during the Mandalay Bay massacre. But to make matters even crazier, his second in command, Hank, I believe his name is, he was also part of the law enforcement response to the Mandalay Bay massacre. Now, what are the odds? What are the chances of that? For those of you all who don't know, the situation that played out in Las Vegas at Mandalay Bay, it was the deadliest mass pow-powing in U.S. history. And it looks as if these Maui fires may be the deadliest fires in U.S. history. So what are the chances that the same police chief just so happened to be overseeing the deadliest pow-powing and the deadliest fires we've ever had on record? Isn't that insane to think about? Do you think that that is just a coincidence? I want to make myself clear. I'm not here to try to convince you that this is some big, wild conspiracy. But it really makes you think, right? Because this isn't hogwash, this is reality. The world is so small that it just so happens that Maui decided, you know what? We want that guy. That guy that was the incident commander of the worst pow-powing in U.S. history, where all of these people lost their lives. This dude completely failed those people. But we want him over here. That's the guy we want for the job. Now, for those of you all who are unaware, even though this was like one of the deadliest events in U.S. history, we still don't know the motive. It is one of the shadiest stories you will ever look into. Okay? It's to the point where I can't even really get into the details on YouTube. But just know there was talks of, failures on behalf of the police department. Much of everything that happened is a secret still, or they're trying to keep it a secret. None of the details we got made sense. And even though the mainstream media likes to focus on these type of events, and they want to push pow-pow control, if you know what I mean, for some reason, they kind of act like this thing at the Mandalay Bay never happened. They kind of tried to memory hole it. So I suggest that if you're unaware of the situation I'm talking about, go look into it. But just know that this guy just so happens that this same dude is overlooked that situation, and now he's overlooking this situation. The same police chief. And I mean, like I said, it's a small world. But I'll be damned if this isn't one hell of a coincidence. And my thing is this. This is not a one-off situation. Every time we get one of these tragic stories, there's always these weird little details. What are the odds that a fire came through and destroyed this whole area to begin with? And then what are the odds that the police chief happens to be this guy? Out of everyone on earth, it's this guy? And it's always with these stories, like with the East Palestine story. The train derails. It poisons the whole town, basically. The water supply, the air. And it just so happens that they made a movie about that happening in that exact town a couple of months prior. It just so happens that people who were in that movie literally live in the town. I mean, I don't want to go off the rails into that story as well, but my point is, every time we have these tragic events, it's never just a tragic event. When you look into it, you always find these weird details, these things that just make you really wonder what in the heck is really happening here. Everyone already has all of these theories about what may have caused these fires. Everyone has theories about what's going to happen now. But to make matters worse, to make matters even crazier, we got this dude overseeing the situation. Why is this dude involved? It's just weird. But luckily, the people down there in Hawaii, they've already had it with the guy. The guy's already been wrapped up in drama ever since he started being the police chief down there, and they confronted him. Because you see, there's some very interesting details, very weird details about how this all played out. The police, this is what people are saying on the island, the police blocked people from escaping and evacuating. The water was shut off so these people could not put out the fires themselves. So they confronted the police chief, and here is what happened.
People here, so maybe it's different for you because you just got here, huh? So it's not the same. It's not the same. No comment. You have to look up what photo.
No comment right now, guys.
No comment?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the chief, sir.
Yeah. I understand.
Why doesn't he want to speak to the people? Only to a camera.
You can do your statement later.
No, we called up. We've been looking for him. I thought we were going to do Top Story Tuesdays all over the island. Chief, have a coffee. Haven't seen him. Been looking for him for a couple of years. What happened? Can you explain Pono to me again, sir, and Aloha? I'd love to hear it from you. Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head, sir? You don't want to answer, huh? Okay.
We'll talk to you another time, guys.
Yeah, he won't talk to us another time. That's the thing. It's a very cowardly move. It's shocking.
And of course, he's not going to say anything. He's going to take the coward's way out, but people need answers. People want answers. And this is not his first rodeo. As I said, he was involved in one of the most tragic situations we've ever seen in this country. And now he's involved in this one. So, I mean, this is it bad luck? Does this dude have the worst luck in the world that he just so happens to always be working at the right spot at the wrong time where these tragic mass casualty events take place? Like, that's horrible luck, right? I mean, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here. I don't want to think that there's maybe more to this story. But I mean, damn. Dude must have some horrible luck. And it seems to me like maybe he didn't learn his lesson on how to deal with these situations. So that's where we're at, folks. I don't expect to get many answers out of this guy. I want to make it clear. I'm not here to make you believe one thing or the other. You can believe what you want. We don't know what's going on. What we do know is that this is very much the same officer, the same police chief as the incident commander from Mandalay Bay. That's a fact. What we do know is that people in Maui, they're claiming that police blocked them from leaving. What we do know, they turned off the water on these people and stopped them from fighting these fires. They intentionally, it seems, made things worse than what they had to be. So the people are demanding answers, much like the people demanded answers in Las Vegas. The people of Las Vegas never got the answers to their questions. I'm hoping that the people of Maui do. But if you want answers to these questions, you have to be vocal. You need to share this information. Share this video. But while you're here, drop all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And as always, remember to remain opinionated.